Recording. Okay, we are recording. Thanks. Okay, so welcome to our March TWW webinar. To those of you who haven't been on our trainings before, what I like to do is read over some monthly stats from February. So we'll do the month before, report on some of our top performers for the month of February. And then I have a few little news things I wanted to read out. And then we're going to play a quick, fun guessing game. Someone's going to win a prize. So the prize you're going to win today is basically a basket party set. So you're going to get a full set of mini testers, a Scentsy tote, and a package of catalogs. Because I honestly don't think you can never have enough sets of mini testers. They're your little minions that will be out there working for you. So I don't think you can have too many sets of mini testers. In fact, I think not enough people have enough mini testers. So here, someone's going to get a little basket party set. Okay, and I'll explain how we do that after. Okay, so first of all, a couple little announcements. Some people have already done the party with a training purposes. So we did a party with a training purpose in Calgary on Saturday, and you guys, it went so good. Scentsy has this awesome program, Party with a Purpose, that they have created for leaders to train consultants. So they're run by site or company leaders, so directors, star directors, and superstar directors. And Scentsy has come up with this program that basically covers what we need to cover to be successful in our businesses. So prospecting, we talked about prospecting, booking parties, presenting material, how to present material at parties, hostess coaching, follow-up, and recruiting. So those are the 6 points. We went over them. We did some fun exercises. It was super interactive. So I really hope that you guys get a chance to attend one of these. They're going to be kind of just in local areas. I'm doing one in Moncton on New Brunswick on April 22nd. I have closed down registration, but I do have some extra spaces. So you guys, if can be in the Moncton, New Brunswick area on April 22nd, message me. I can get you guys in. Yes, yay, Kelly! I know, I'm super excited to come out there. I haven't been there for a couple of years, so I will get you guys into my meeting in New Brunswick. Also, my friend Carla Hunter, she's a superstar director up here. She is doing one at West Edmonton Mall at the Comedy Club on April 22nd as well too. So she has spots for you, and she's also doing one in St. John's, Newfoundland. So any of you Newfoundlanders out there, I have to check when that is. And I know she's actually doing one in Hamilton, Ontario. I believe it's like Sunday, May 8th, or I will find out more on that. So there's some popping up around the country. Yeah, so that's what I want to say, Party the Purpose. Okay, so we're going to go over last month some of our stats for TWW. We finished off at just shy of 1 million group wholesale volume. We finished off as a group at 942,512, which is super awesome. That's about $1.4 million in products sold. But as it reflected in GWV, it was just shy of 1 million. We finished off with our group size at 6,394. So almost 6,400 consultants finished off the month of February. Okay, I just need to open up my workstation reports for a sec, you guys. We're going to read quickly over who our top sellers are for the month of February. I'll do the top 10, and then we'll do some top recruiters. So our number one top seller for the month of February was Dana Hennessy from Newfoundland. She had 5,554 PRV, which is wicked. Congratulations, Dana. Our number 2 seller is Miss Meghann Manley, all the way from Queensland, Australia. She had 3,264 PRV. Number 3 is Christy McShane from Tasmania. She had 2,763 PRV. Number 4 was, hold on, let me pronounce this right, Charity Whaley. She's from Ontario. She had 2,679 PRV. Tammy Thompson, number 5 from Calgary. She had 2,538 PRV. Victoria Paisley from New South Wales, Australia. She had 2,526 PRV. Miss Lori Jansen from Alberta had 2,240 PRV. Number 8 is Joe Andrascio from Victoria, Australia, 2,212 PRV. Number 9 is Amanda Manholt from British Columbia. She had 2,116 PRV. And number 10 is Sherry Jasper from Alberta with 2,112 PRV. So awesome, awesome, you guys. Congratulations. February is a month where you have to dig a little deeper, and we have the 10% off sales. So that always pulls the PRV down a little bit, just reflected in the sales. So congratulations, everyone, on your awesome PRV. Top recruiters for February. I'm just going to read out the people that had 3 and 2 recruits, because we have a honking list of people with 2 recruits. So in the interest of time, I'm just going to read out our 4 and 3 people. So number 4, people with 4 recruits, Meghann Lundgreen from Alberta and Jessica Butland from New Brunswick, who we're actually going to hear from today. Both had 4 recruits, so they are both our top recruiters for TWW. And number 3, who had number 3 recruits, we had Stephanie Tates from Alberta. We had Rachel, I'm going to say this right, Rachel Huskins from Alberta with 3 recruits, and Arlene Woodworth with 3 recruits from New Brunswick. So, and I'm excited. I get to see some of you ladies in Moncton next month. So congratulations to Arlene, Rachel, Stephanie, Jessica, and Meghann on your stellar recruiting. And shout out to about 40, maybe not 40, about 20 of you that had 2 recruits. So good job, guys. You know who you are. Big shout out to all you 2 recruiters with 2. Okay, so that is our stats that I was going to read out. Okay, so we're going to play our game quickly before we get to our speakers. So how our game works, you guys, to see who's going to win is, okay, Christy is saying that, oh, she's doing Party with a Purpose tomorrow. Christy, are you doing Party with a Purpose tomorrow in Melbourne? That's what I'm thinking that you're saying. Okay. Okay. So, oh, awesome. Yes, that's awesome, Christy. I'm glad to hear that that you guys are doing that over there. You have to let us know how it goes. Okay. So this is how we play our game. Everyone, I need you to find the chat box on this webinar. And I am going to write down on a piece of paper here a number between 1 and 100. And whoever gets the close to, don't start writing yet. Do not start writing yet, because I haven't picked my number yet. So wait, let me pick my number and then I'm going to explain. Why is this so hard? Okay, I did it. Okay, so I've got my number written down. Everyone needs to find the chat box and type 1 number between 1 and 100. Whoever is the closest to the number wins the prize, or if you win the prize, or if you get right on the number, you win. And then whoever is the closest, if nobody guesses the number, oh my gosh, you'd think I don't know how to speak. Okay, nobody guesses the exact number I wrote, the person who is the closest gets the prize. Blah. You think I was talking about something hard here. Okay, so everyone take a sec and write your number, and then I will go back and see what you all wrote. And then we'll see who wins. Welcome, Krystal, one of Arlene's new girls. Awesome. Krystal, do you live in New Brunswick? I think why do I feel like maybe I remember your name from registering for the Moncton meeting? Okay. All right. Oh, Antigonish, Nova Scotia. Okay. Well, you're welcome to come down to our Moncton meeting if you can get there. April 22nd. Okay. So do we have all of our guessers? I see the last person to write down a number is Bettina. Let's see. If you guys have all done your guess, then I'm going to scroll back and see. Oh, there are messages. Oh, no way. Arlene and Angela are her aunts. Oh, that's super fun. Got a little family connection going on. Okay. Okay, so looking to see who is the closest. I I see some people pretty close. Oh, I think I found our winner. I did find our winner. Okay, so Bettina was the last person. I'm going to go comb through your numbers one more time to make sure I'm for sure accurate. Yep, I got a winner, guys. Okay, here's the number. You see that? 49. So there's some girls that are super close, but only one winner. And Miss Sabrina Elaine is the winner because she guessed 48. So congratulations, Sabrina. You're going to win a basket party, a tote, and a set of catalogs. So congrats to you. And Sabrina, do me a favor, send me a message on Facebook after the webinar to remind me and say, hey, I won. And so send me a message, Kay, after Sabrina, and to remind me that you won, and then I'll get that sent off right to your house. So congrats. Okay, that was fun. Okay, so without much further ado, I am going to introduce our speakers. So I've asked 2 of my leaders to come on to share with us a little bit about their story and what they're doing with their business and what's working in their business. Because I know we're always wanting to find different strategies and kind of new ways and new things to do things, new ways to do things. And I just have been watching both of these girls be super good examples on their teams and to leading their teams, and see them actively working, not only leading their teams, but actively rocking their own personal business as well, which is super important, is being able to, especially when you start growing a team, it's important to lead your team and be a good example, but it's always important to never forget about your personal business. And these 2 girls you're going to hear from are really good examples of both leaders that lead their team amazingly and rock their personal businesses. So first, we're going to hear from Jessica Butland. She is from New Brunswick. And I'm going to ask Jessica to turn her camera on. And you're going to hear from Jessica. And she's going to introduce herself a little bit and tell us what is going on in her Scentsy world. So, hey, Jessica.
Hello.
Take it away, lady.
Okie dokie, here I go. So hi, everybody. So Megan has asked me to speak to you all tonight. I'm going to go over a few things. You'll see me glancing down because I have marked some points so I don't forget to speak about them. So the first point I wanted to talk about was why I joined. So if you think back to September, that was when I had messaged Andrea, who is now my sponsor. I was actually talking to her to place a Scentsy order, and she took my order, and then she just casually mentioned, you know, this month it is $59 to join, and it's a great time to start your own business. So I had told her, no, this is not for me. I've never sold a thing in my life. I don't really have time for it right now. I have 2 small children. So she left it at that. She didn't push, nothing. My order came in, and I was just looking at it, and I thought, you know, maybe I should message her and find out a little bit more about Scentsy. So I had messaged her. She explained the benefits, the commission, what it could do for me. And I thought, you know, maybe I should just take a chance. So I'm a full-time registered nurse. Right now I'm on mat leave, but I have 2 small children of my own. And if any of you have families of your own, you'll know that you want to spend time with your family. You want to have more time with your family. Why miss it when you can join this team and get your time back? So I took a chance. I joined Scentsy. I had earned my shooting star kit right away. For being a person who has never sold a thing in her life, I was pretty excited. After I put my first order in, I started doing some more research, and I looked up Meghann, and I read your story, and I seen that you had recruited people. So I thought, hey, well, maybe that's a good thing. I should start recruiting ASAP. So my first recruit was Kelly. what I had did was I posted it on a buy and sell site, just that I'm a new Scentsy consultant and I was looking for people to join my team. And Kelly had happened to message me, and she wanted some information. So I just gave her some information. She said that she would think about it, and I didn't push, I didn't bug her. And about a week later, she had messaged me back saying that she was interested in joining my team. So she signed up, and that was my first team member. I had made a personal goal when I first started to recruit 3 people a month. Now, there has been some months, or 1 month, where I haven't recruited anybody, but some months I've recruited as many as 7 people. So I have 16 frontline now, and I have 29 people on my team. So I'm just going to share some tips on how I recruited these people. First of all, I had an aha moment here about a week ago. I shared with Meghann. I had just casually been mentioning to people that I sell Scentsy. If you want to join my team, I can give you more information. That has worked, but I find lately that instead of trying to sell it, that just sharing how much of a blessing it has been for my family has helped immensely. Like one day, I think I was talking to 10 different people just because I shared what Scentsy has been doing for me instead of trying to sell it. Let's see what else I have here. Okay, so I talked about that I had frontline, but I also have been encouraging them to grow their teams as well. So I have my own team page. I started that out. You don't have to have a huge team to create a secret group. You could have 2 people on your team, but I think that it is a huge thing that would help you. So I created a team page. I think I had 3 people on my team at the time, and I just posted, motivational quotes. I gave them ideas. I gave them tips to do with their businesses that would help them. But here a few weeks ago, I had shared with them, I put it in perspective why they should grow their team. Not just because, it would help me. That's not what I want. I want everybody on my team to have success, because, it's awesome, the success that you can have with this company. So I put it in perspective, and how I did that was I made them remember why they joined Scentsy. You have to always remember why you joined, or you're not going to want to work your business. So they had all commented in the comment section about why they had joined, and I also explained to them that you may be getting, because some of them had said, they wanted an extra income, for example. So I put it in perspective by saying that right now your commission a month could be, let's say, a 3-figure. You start growing your team, it could be a 4-figure, 5-figure. It can go up. You can win awards. I really motivated them by doing that. And sure enough, they started getting team members. They started recruiting, and they started seeing results, which was exactly what I wanted them to do. There's another point here. Okay, so I just kind of shared my background. I shared how I've recruited, how I encourage my team to recruit, but I also want to share with you, before I go, what is working for me right now. So just last week, I set goals for myself. When I joined, I had an idea of why I wanted to join, which is I wanted more time with my family. But I physically wrote my goals down so that I could go back and I could look at them to remind myself exactly why I had joined Scentsy and where I wanted to go with my business. For recruiting, I find it helps a lot to follow up. I have people message me almost on a daily basis that they are interested in joining Scentsy. Maybe they don't have the funds right now. Maybe it's not the right time for them. And when I get people like that, I get out my book and I mark their name down. Say in a month's time, I'll message them and I'll say, hey, you had mentioned last month that you were interested in joining Scentsy. Do you have any other questions? Are you ready to start your new adventure? And a lot of the times they'll go, oh my goodness, I totally forgot, but yes, let's start this adventure now. I tell them that I will be helping them. I have group pages to add them to. I have my team page to add them to. And I'm always there for support if they need it. And also, okay, one of the key things that I truly, honestly believe in. I don't know if you had watched Jason from the Scentsy family. I think it was last week or the week before. One of the things that really stuck out to me, and I think of it all the time, is that we are the answer to someone's question. So if you're not getting a recruit this week, if you're not getting one next week, still put it out there, still ask, because you're going to come along to somebody and you will be the answer to their question. You're going to be the person that they want to work with, that you'll be able to help. I share that with my team all the time. Like, don't give up. You'll be able to get recruits. But I think that's all that I have marked down to share. Was there anything else that you wanted me to share, Meghann?
No, that was, yeah. I mean, you know what you're doing, and you know what you're doing that's working. So yeah, if that's awesome. So I just wanted to recap a couple of the things that I heard you say that I jotted down that I just loved. I love that you started a team page right away. I think a lot of consultants don't realize that they're leaders as quick as they start. As soon as you recruit one person, you're now not only a consultant, but you're a leader of a team. So
Yeah.
I have consultants that have started that team page with a team of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So don't feel like you have to wait till you've got this big team or this team of 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 to start your own team page. Start acting like a leader. Start building that little team community, because these smaller pages are actually a lot more personal and people can get to know people on these pages. They're a lot more intimate. You can talk more, have more conversation on these smaller pages. So don't be scared to start your own Facebook team. Start your page. Christy's saying, yeah, she thinks that her team has 3 people in it. So you guys don't wait. Don't feel, as soon as you start the recruit your first person, you're a team leader. So absolutely start the page. So I love that you did that. I love that you brought up about talking about why they joined, reminding them why they joined. I think that's the most important, is sometimes we have to remember, why did I join in the first place? I think consultants that have been around for a long time sometimes, or that just haven't been super active, they need that reminder. Like, what was I wanting when I joined? What was I so passionate about? What was I willing to spend that 99, that 119, 169, 150, whatever your starter kit, what was the reason I was willing to drop that money off the bat? And so that talking and refreshing people's memories about why they joined, I think is really important. And then a couple of things too, writing your goals down, super important. I know that sounds like super, kind of generic, and yeah, write your goals down. But guess what, guys? If you don't write your goals down, they're going to sit back here somewhere in your mind. They're not going to be up here. You're not going to remember them if you're not constantly seeing what you're working on. And they'll be more in like daydream, la la land, back of the brain, if you don't have them visual for you. If you see them every day, even a sticky note on your computer, on your bathroom mirror, I want enough money to pay for my kids' hockey, or I want enough money to buy a new car, or whatever your goal is, stick them around where you can see them every day, because that will keep it up in the we call it the reticular activating system, part of your brain. You want it up here where you can remember all the time. Awesome. Okay, I'm just reading Angela's saying, our team meeting tonight was all about goals. We wrote them down and talked about how we would achieve them. Awesome. I love that, Angela, because talking about your goals and talk about them to each other, because that adds a level of accountability. If you know what your team is working on and they know what you're working on, it's way, you become, I think I do, at least I become more committed to my goals, because I've got some skin in the game now, because I've told other people what I'm up to. If you never talk about them, then no one's going to know if you don't even aim for that goal, because no one knew in the first place. So make yourself more accountable. That's human nature. If you're accountable to other people, you'll perform better. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up that Jessica said that I loved, she said that she's actually tracking conversations, specifically about the join. So important to track conversations, you guys, because if you're talking about to someone and said, hey, you should join Scentsy, and they're like, oh yeah, that would be fun sometime, maybe later. If you don't write them down on your phone, keep a separate list. I call it my hit list. Call it whatever you want, but keep a separate list on your phone, and if you keep a journal, a diary, whatever you use, write these down and write the date that you last talked to them, so you can go, okay, or put a note in your phone. I will use iCalendar, and I will sometimes type in memos that will remind me, like, they will beep, like, in 2 weeks, remember to follow up with Sarah about joining. Like, I I have to do that because that helps me. So however how your brain helps, but track these conversations. If you don't, they will come and go. You won't remember. So I love that Jessica said that she makes a habit of following up through tracking conversations. So tons of good information. Thank you so much, Jessica, for sharing.
Thank you.
I know it's a busy day. Hope your little guy's feeling better.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. We're now going to switch the screens over to Krystal Roughton, all the way from New Zealand. So Krystal, if you are here, can you pop on? Awesome. There you are. So if you could go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself and what's working for you and all that good stuff. Oh, can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hoping this is going to work because Megs, you're cutting in and out for me.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me okay? Can you guys all hear me okay? Okay, it keeps saying your internet connection is unstable. Hi, Sally Ann. Okay, hi guys, my name's Krystal, and my 2.5-year-old has just fallen asleep on the couch. He refused to sleep all day, and typically he's fallen asleep, so let's not wake him up. Otherwise, we literally will have a retake of BBC. Okay, so my story was I joined 2 years ago when Scentsy launched here in New Zealand. I had a 5-month-old little baby boy who's now 2.5, and I didn't want to have to go back to work. So I was a commercial insurance broker by trade, and they were not nice with mums, basically, and it would be my responsibility to take time off if he was sick. I wanted to be there for when he finished school, when he, I just wanted to be a real mum. So I saw the opportunity and I absolutely ran with it. I remember saying to my sponsor, I'm not interested in the holidays, I'm not interested. She was talking about it being my business. I was like, business? I don't want a business. I just want to earn a bit of money so that I don't have to go back to work. Oh, how I had no idea. So I've been to Singapore, I've been to Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney in Australia. I've been to New York. I've been all these places now that I'm like, never thought I would ever go there. I was a homebody and I actually hated travel, which is crazy because now I love it, and I'm so incredibly blessed. So from day one, a couple of days before we launched, I ran so hard. I had a set of minis, and that's all I had, and I was just putting them in front of absolutely anybody I could get. Like, smell these, don't you think these are delicious? I didn't know what I was doing. I had looked up on YouTube. Really, none of us had any idea. I had already sorted out my first recruit for the first day that I joined. We'd already spoken about it. She had Scentsy when she lived in Canada. So I had kind of said to her, yeah, join under me on the first day. So my very first day, like within a few hours, I'd had my first recruit. So like I said, we had no idea. I remember my launch party, not one person turned up. And I was like, oh man, how embarrassing, no one turned up. But I didn't care. I was like, you know what, I know this stuff's going to sell because it's delicious. So I drove 3.5 hours and I went up north because I don't live in my hometown. So I don't have all my family and really good friends here. And I did a party at home. And I got asked all these questions and I was like, oh, I'm going to have to get back to you. I got asked if it was soy and I had no idea. I was like, oh, yep, if you like soy, it's soy. Like, I was probably calling them burners for all I know. But I just ran, and that's my biggest advice is just run, go as hard and as fast and learn as much as you possibly can. Like, my sponsor couldn't even provide me with all the answers I needed, so I found it out myself. Like, literally, there's YouTube, there's the workstation, there's all our team pages now that I wasn't in back then. Go and find all the information and just keep your excitement running the whole damn time. So once my starter kit arrived, I filmed myself and I put it on my Facebook page so that I was always generating excitement. I've never been a salesperson either. I was in insurance. I looked after people's claims and their boring old policies. I haven't sold stuff in my life. But I'm a relatable person and I like to find things that relate to others. So I find something that works for them. So I don't do salesy Facebook posts. I believe that Facebook is a powerful tool if you use it correctly. So my Facebook page, I don't have rants on it. I don't say my boyfriend's a dick and dirty old. Like the video I posted the other day, feel free to add me as a friend. I'm very friendly, but I don't do the nasties on Facebook. People are watching all the time. I am authentic, Cillian, but I'm also, I think about my posts. And you've really got to think about what you're posting, especially when it comes to your business. I will do a post like, oh my gosh, we've had gastro bug in our house, thank goodness for this, and I'll show my warmer or my diffuser, or my little boy might be sick, and I'll say, and I'm gonna lead into winter with absolutely thrashing our diffuser, because we know that diffusers rule for winter with sick little kids. So I know I've got a million friends on Facebook who are all mums, and I know they're going to want one of our diffusers because they are gold. And people are really scared to sell the diffusers because they're at that higher price point. But don't be, especially as a mum. You can, all the mums who relate to me know how much money we've spent on all these things to try and help our kids that have never worked. But I can guarantee you the diffusers work a treat. So I have no hesitation. I am really honest at my parties. And so I build up that trust. So personally for me, in New Zealand, we don't sell car bars. I don't know if that's our heat or what over here, but the scent doesn't last. So I will say I won't sell the car bars here. And I know they sell really well in Region 1, and I think they sell quite well in Region 2 as well. It must be our heat, I don't know. But I will say to the people at the party, look, I'm not going to sell you car bars because I don't believe in the product. They don't last as long, so get a scent pack or get 2 scent circles for the same price. Yeah, exactly, Tamika. It's got to be the heat. And that's cool. Like, they still look cool. I still have one in my car because they look cool. But I also have a scent pack hanging from my indicator. So immediately, as soon as I get into my parties, I've built that trust with them. So they know immediately that we've got that trust there, and I'm not just going to sell them anything because I'm a salesperson. I really wanted to show you, this is just bouncing here and everywhere, but that's how I roll. This indicator is your signal. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is my whiteboard. So my whiteboard is on my wall. Yes, it looks tacky as heck. It's right where everybody can see it. It's just by my kitchen, but I don't care. I don't care that it's not pretty. You can make it pretty if you're one of those pretty people. I've got mine with different colours, and that's about it. I also have a dream board, but I need to update that. But this whiteboard gets changed up all the time. So it's my, is this backwards on here? Is it showing backwards? No. So
you can still read it.
Okay, so down one side I've got my list of potentials. So otherwise, I found in the early days that I'd forget. Like, I talk to so many people, or somebody will like a post, and I'll think, oh yeah, I know you're watching. You know, they've liked a few of your posts, but then you totally forget about them. And so I write them on my whiteboard. As you can see, I've got heaps, and I need to actually add about 5 or 6 more. I do add as many people as I can from my parties. I do say to them, like, you know, feel free to add me on Facebook, or if you don't mind, I'll add you as a friend. I become friends with them. I literally become friends with them, and going backwards a few steps is being relatable. And I love making new friends, so that's about me. So all these people, some of them are old school friends, but a lot of them are brand new friends. who I know I'm going to get one day soon. So I don't pounce straight away, but I've got them there, so it's a visual reminder for me that, yeah, that's right. So sometimes I'll just flip them a message, like nothing to do with Scentsy, and just, or I'll keep liking their posts or comment on their posts and just keep that friend keeping in touch as such. We're pretty good at it. And then this was Wednesday, so this was yesterday. I've got my list of things that I need to do for the day. Obviously, I did most of them and some of them I didn't. So I've done the rest of them today. But keeping a list really keeps me on the ball. I'm a stay-at-home mum. My boy isn't care because he drives me bonkers. So he needs that extra time with kids. So it gets a bit hard motivating yourself day in and day out. So I find by keeping a to-do list really, really helps me. And then I've also got down the bottom, these are my parties. So I've always got my parties just written down. It's also a bit of a reminder for my partner. So I can be like, don't forget, I've got a party on this night. But it also keeps me, it just reminds me that, have I done my hostess coaching? That's right, I've got that party in next Friday. Have I touched base with my host? Have I written in the Facebook event? You know, we're a week away. My whiteboard rules. If you're one of those visual people, I totally suggest getting a whiteboard. If you can't afford a whiteboard, they are pretty cheap, but if you can't afford a whiteboard, then just get a big piece of paper or get a few pieces of paper and just put them on your wall, or like Meg said, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it somewhere where you see it all the time. I found I did have it in my bedroom and I wasn't looking at it enough. It wasn't in my face all the time. I need to see it there all the time. Yeah, my whiteboard rules. What's working for me at the moment is follow-ups. I know we always preach fortune is in the follow-ups, and I can't preach that enough. Also, this time round, I got about 5 or 6 sets of the mini transitions. And I've gone back to those girls who bought a whole heap of new scents last catalogue, and I literally dropped them off to them. And I was like, look, you need to smell these new scents. And I gave them a bit of an incentive. I said, if you can, because I always drop them off at work, and that's my really one big tip, is always try and drop your orders or anything you can off to people at work. Because as women, we all go, oh, what did you get? You know, when you're at work, if somebody gets something delivered from, you know, an online delivery, we all want to know what she got. So same thing, I always try and deliver everything to work. Yeah, just honestly, it's the best tip ever. Always deliver to work. So I dropped off these mini transitions to all these girls, and I had old stock. So I said to them personally, look, if you can get a party order with these new transitions, there's the new catalogue. I said, if you want the mini testers as well, you know, the rest of the scents, I can drop those off, that's fine, but see if you can work your magic with this. If you can get a party order, so that's $370 here in New Zealand, which is quite hard for just the average Joe dropping it at work. I said, you can have one of my old stock warmers for $20. You know, what else am I going to freaking do with those old stock warmers? Apart from chuck them into a borrow bag, which I do heaps as well, those old stock warmers just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and higher and higher and higher. And I've got a baby due in August and I need that bedroom. So I needed to clear out those stock warmers. So that was such a huge incentive for them. You know, I said, not only will you get the hostess rewards, you'll get a half price item, but you'll also get this warmer. And I let them choose. I said, I've got these ones and you can have it for $20. Work a treat. So that's something new that I just tried this catalogue. And the scents are so delicious this time around. So they're definitely, I know there aren't many, well, there might be, I haven't smelt the Region 1 ones, but the Region 3 ones are definitely fruity and delicious, which is exactly what we want. So they're working really, really well. I've got a million and one things that I could talk about, but I think that's about all.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome. I took some notes here. So some of the stuff that I wrote down, geesh, that I loved, what Krystal said about what she does. When she was sharing a bit of her story, she just said, and I know this because I know Krystal really well, that this is true, is she said she's always generating interest and excitement. Like she's so good. You guys should follow her on her Facebook and how she runs her Facebook, because she's always excited. She's positive on there. She has a really positive, fun, look how Scentsy is fitting into my life, working from home with my family. Like, look how I've been able to kind of do everything here. She shares that really well, really professionally on Facebook. So she's got a really great social media presence. And again, yes, keeping professional on Facebook. I cannot say that enough. People that put up memes, even just with like trashy swear words, or just kind of whining and complaining and whinging about people, or, you know, just garbage on, like, remember, if you have one customer on your, page, then that customer is seeing that. So you need to keep professional. So I love that she said that. Krystal's saying her laptop just died, so hopefully she'll be able to jump back on here. But she also loved her loved her whiteboard. Hopefully you guys all have some kind of, basically, again, back to that visually needing to see what you need to work on. Making lists, your to-do list on there. I love that she had her potential recruits on the side, her spot for her party dates, so the whole family can see what she's got going on. So just love the whiteboard. Loved the idea of buying some of the little mini testers and just dropping them off to her best customers. Krystal, oh, there you are. I have a question for you. When you dropped off your sets of mini testers to your good customers that bought lots of wax before, did you ask them, or did you just like randomly pop by and go, here, you have to smell these?
Have you come back to me?
Yes.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Sorry, my laptop died.
That's okay. So my question is, when you bought the sets, like the 5 or 6 sets of mini testers, and you dropped them off to your good customers that had spent lots on wax before, did you ask them permission first, or did you just come by and be like, here you go, you have to smell these?
Okay, so 2 of them who I know who always want the testers every single new catalogue, I just arrived and they thought it was like the day they entered heaven, because they weren't expecting me, and it was like, oh my gosh, the new scents, awesome. And I pop into their work all the time anyway. The girls know me, so everybody was excited to see me. They know I'm the Scentsy lady. And the other 3, I had messaged them saying, I've got a package for you. Okay. And they were like, oh my gosh, what is it? And I was like, I'll come into your work. So it was still a surprise, but I had warned them that I was coming in. It really depends on the person though. You know, usually I might say to them, you know, I've got the new scents, do you want them? But usually when I say something like that, they'll be like, oh, yeah, maybe next week. Like, nah, you need to smell these now. So I'm coming now.
Yeah. Awesome. And I love that, you guys. I love it because you're kind of playing like mind chess a little bit with your people in a good way. But sometimes asking too cautiously or carefully is not going to get you the results you want. Sometimes you don't ask, you just tell. Oh my goodness, I've got these new samples. You have to smell them. Instead of like what Krystal said, if you ask, would you like, they might be like, oh my gosh, what does she want from me? Not now. But if you're be like, I'm dropping by with this, and kind of don't give them the chance to push you off, then you just kind of one up. You played a little, we call it like mental chess with them. Like you just did a move. Did your chess move on them. So just that's, I love that advice. I just love that. So I wrote that down. And love the idea of your $20 warmers. So brilliant, because I have a whole crap load of them that I need to get rid of too. So I love that you use that as an extra motive for your hostesses. Because that makes them just feel even more valued and special. So awesome. Okay, thank you, my dear. Okay, so what I was going to share, now let me see if I can find how to share my screen. Okay, so I was going to share with you guys from my portion. I just wanted to share you one thing that I'm doing that's working. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to turn on my screen. So I have started a VIP page for my customers. I'm trying to get off Facebook a little bit, off my personal page a bit more, and I'm trying to be more the other side, the rest of my life, not just Scentsy. So I will still occasionally post, you know, I'm doing a party or pictures, but I'm not doing like the product part is, you know, oh, here's 10% off, or here's a special, or here's the warmer of the month, so much at all on my personal page anymore. I started a VIP page. I'm just gonna turn on my screen here, share screen, so you guys can see. Share screen. So now you're gonna see desktop. Okay. So I'm gonna show you guys. Can you guys, someone comment on there? Can you see into my Facebook VIP page right now? Let's see, make sure that's working. Hold on. No? Okay, hold on. Let me figure out just a sec. Okay. Oh, share screen. There. Okay, this should be working now. Okay. Now confirming. What the heck? Okay, all right. Well, I think that you guys should be able to see this now. Okay, so we're inside of my VIP page. I can see there's comments coming in, but chat, hold on. Yep, okay, awesome. Okay, so this is my VIP page, you guys. I just wanted to show you a couple of the posts that I've done. Basically, what I found with my VIP page, which is awesome, is that my VIPs, so first of all, when I started my group, it's a Facebook group. It's not like a page. It's a group that people had to be in. It's a closed group. I never added anybody without asking permission. I private messaged all the people that I thought would want to be in here. And I did make a couple of posts on my Facebook page, like once every week or so for a little while, saying I have a VIP page who would like to be added. So that's the number one thing, is do not add people without asking permission. Because I know for me, I get added like daily to crap and I instantly leave it, and it turns me off that consultant. I'm not interested in them anymore because I kind of just feel invaded on, like, how dare you assume that I want to be in another one page, especially your business page. Like I know how I feel, so I make sure I don't do that. So I never add people without asking. But what happens is, so I've been sharing, I'll show you some posts, but what happens, I've noticed, is most of the people that are in here are like truly my VIPs. I have real relationships and friendships with them. So they're very willing to engage and chat on here. And what my biggest strategy is my customers, my VIPs in there, are honestly selling to each other. I don't have to try to sell. Like, they will say, ooh, someone will say, can you order me that? And then someone else will post under that, ooh, that sounds awesome, I want that too. And it's like, there's this kind of like group, like positive pressure, you know, someone saying like, you know, like for example, here's my pre-order list. So what I did at the beginning of the March catalog, like all the way leading up to the March catalog, I posted some pictures and kind of teasers of what was coming in the new catalog. And as they did, people were like, ooh, I want that, I want that. And so then I started, here's a pre-order list. So if you guys can see that, there's my pre-order list. And as if you go down, someone's saying, you know, I like the fruit crate warmer, so added them. And then, let's see, you can just see these comments. Can you add me to the local, or can you add mine to your order too, please? And then here's Sherry at the bottom. She's saying, I'm gonna wait, I may want to have a party, so much new awesome stuff. Well, her saying that is showing my other customers in there, hey, that's a really good idea, I may want to too. So it's not just me having to remind them, you know, ask them to do parties like and stuff. My customers in my VIP page are actually kind of selling to each other without even realizing it. So I'm just trying to find some of my other posts. So this was me basically saying goodbye to these scents at the end of February. Okay, I'm in here. No, so here they are. I'm interested in some oils, so I post. So it's a really good way. Every time one customer asks about something, then I post it on there, so they all see it. So again, it's just excellent exposure for your customers. Hold on, I'm just gonna scroll up and show you guys some more stuff. I want to show you something else. So this is my post about the VIP list. So I want to show you a few more current things. Okay, sorry, I'm scrolling kind of fast. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry, coming. Okay. So here's another example. I share some of my favorite scents from the new line that I liked. And here's one of the ladies says, can I get two of these? So she totally trusted what I put on there, these 4 scents. She just, without ever smelling them, because of the relationship I have with her, she's like, can you please order me 2 of these? Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll get you your total. So we can have that conversation in there. Coming up, sorry guys. This is also where I said I did on here, I'm doing catalog and sample mail outs. Who would like one? And so this was a place that I was able to gather people that said I would like a catalog. I would like a catalog. This is a really good this post with which warmer is truly just to engage conversation. So we've got 8 comments in there of people guests basically asking their opinion of how they would decorate. I am looking for, sorry guys, there's one specific post that I'm looking for. Okay, so I have posted this picture of the daisy lantern, and this lady saying she loves this one. This is, she told me later on another post she's going to end up ordering this. Okay. Hold on, guys. Coming, it's coming, it's coming. Where is it? Sorry. Okay. So here we go. Karen Hill and Amanda Diane. So after we dropped off their order to them, these are 2 girls that both came in on March 16th, and basically after they got their order from me, came into the page and basically said, I love what you brought me. So had I not had this VIP page, they really wouldn't have probably had a space the same way to message and to basically say that they're happy with their products. So watch what happens with this page, with this comment with Amanda Diane. She says, I want to eat the caramel vanilla strawberry oil. It smells like strawberry ice cream. Oh man, if this ever discontinues, I need to order multiple bottles. Okay. So this is me basically saying, like, validating that it's super awesome. And I'm able to give her a shout out. Thanks for being an awesome Scentsy fan. I'm thinking of hosting an online or basket party. Cha-ching! And then I validate again. I think that's a wise decision. So right now she is. So we've set up a Facebook party and she's got her basket already. So because I provided her this safe spot on the VIP page, she was able to come and say how much she loves it among other Scentsy addicts. And that got me a party booking. Had I not had that, I probably wouldn't have that party booking. So yeah, that is my, so that's what I wanted to show you guys, how effective my VIP pages has been for me. Here's the key though, you guys, here's the absolute key, and Jessica's right, they feed off each other. Everybody in my VIP page, I have a real relationship with too. I know them, they're friends, they're people from my community, from my church, my family. I talk to them, I know what's going on in their life, not just Scentsy stuff. I know about their family, their kids. I work all year long at building real relationships with them. And I really believe that's the reason why my page has been quite successful, is because it's not just me coming in my page to spam them. I have worked hard on developing relationships with them personally as well. So, Angela, yep, absolutely. We are in the relationship business. So keep in mind that you want to know more about your customers. You want to know about their kids, like their comments on Facebook. Tell them, someone posts a picture of their kid. Who doesn't want to hear that their kid is darling? Who doesn't want to tell them hear that their kid is the cutest kid they've seen? So give, and be sincere and genuine, but give compliments. Be grateful for people in your life. Thank your customers all the time. Never be stingy in holding back compliments and expressions of gratitude to people. Build relationships. So that's really what I wanted to share with you guys. For me, that is something new. I wish I would have done it about 5 years ago, but that's what's working for me right now in my business is my PRV has not been ever been higher, or has never been higher than it is these last couple of months. I'm able to have over 2,000 PRV most of these months right now, and the majority of it is coming from that VIP page. It is, and I'm getting parties booked. I've got 2 parties. That Sherry Turner lady that said she might want to have a party, I just followed up with her a couple days ago. We're working on a party for early April. So I've got 2 new parties that I would not have had coming up in the next couple of weeks, all because of that VIP page. Anyways, okay. So we're at the top of the hour, so I'm going to close her down. Does anybody have any comments, questions, feedback that you want to use in the chat box before I turn off the computer and say goodnight? Go ahead to use that chat box now if you want to. Does anyone have a takeaway? Anything you learned that you want to try? Helpful? Questions? Anything like that? Hopefully you are taking some notes. Sherry says she loved the whiteboard. Absolutely. Absolutely. Super easy. Okay. Krystal saying she's going to try the VIP page. Awesome. Share screen. My favorite takeaway. Christy, I have a VIP page, but now how do you separate your VIP and your normal Scentsy page? Okay, Kelly's saying I have a VIP page, but how do you separate the VIP and your normal Scentsy page? Not sure I'm following, Kelly. Like, do you mean your normal Scentsy? What do you mean for sure your normal Scentsy page? Like your business page, or maybe clarify for that. Bettina, I'm creating my group right now. Do you mean your VIP group? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Kelly, yeah, your VIP, you need to start a new group that you have to add people to. Not a page that's just like a business page that people like. You can have that too, but an actual interactive group, just like, you know, TWW is our group, team group, big group. It needs to be a group that you add people to that is not just kind of a page. So, awesome, Krystal. Sweet PRV lady. Yeah, VIP page. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Closed group. Yeah, closed group. Make it closed. You don't want creepers in there. And the number one thing, you guys, if I could say one more thing about your VIP page, do not add people without their permission. Because once they've given you the green light to add them, then you can say whatever you want in there because they have said, yes, I'm okay to be in there. Do not add people without asking, because you run the risk of pissing them off, and they might not shop from you again because they think you're pushy and annoying. Like, that's how I know how I feel. So I'm just thinking, and if I feel like that as a customer and a consumer, then I'm assuming that most people are going to feel like that too. So do not add people, even if you have a good friendship with them. Don't assume. Just send them a quick message, and that way it's a good way to reconnect with them. It's a perfect chance to chat with someone that you haven't talked to for a few months. Say, hey, I've set up a new VIP page. This is the place where you are first going to hear about my new promotions, the new catalog. This is where I gather lists for catalog and sample mail out. This is where I offer my personal special alerts. Keep in mind, you cannot post a personal special inside your page, but what you can do, Christy C-Mac. What you can do is you can say on there, I have a personal special going on for those of you that host a party or those of you place an order. Message me to find out what it is. So you just have to remember, we still have to obey the social media Facebook rules. Even in our VIP pages, you can't be posting stock. You can't be posting what the personal special is, but you can say, hey, you guys, I have a super sweet personal special that's, you know, it's my birthday. I feel like I want to be generous. And message me now. Message me in the next 2 hours. Whoever messages me in the next 2 hours is going to get a wicked special. So you can do stuff like that on there. Absolutely. Yeah, Chelsea's saying, make sure you ask first. So yeah, Kate. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'm going to end the meeting. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully this was beneficial. I did record this, so now I need to remember to stop the recording. And I will post the recording for everybody to tune in again or to share with your teams. I'll post it in the TWW, the Region 1 and the Region 3 page, and in our director page, so that it'll be around for you guys to grab to share. And yeah, it was an awesome night, and hopefully everyone has a good night and good day. And thanks so much. Bye. Stopping recording.